Dukes. Now, new today at 4, Governor Tony Evers signed a bill that spends $500 million in taxpayer money over the next 3 decades to help the Milwaukee Brewers repair their baseball stadium. The governor signing the bipartisan package at American Family Field, calling the legislation a compromise between the team and the public. Brewers officials had warned lawmakers the team may leave Milwaukee without public assistance, which would cause the city to lose tens of millions of dollars in revenue.
The Brewers are an essential part not only of Milwaukee's, but our state's culture and identity, but it's also our economic success.
The Brewers say the 22-year-old stadium needs extensive renovation. For example, the stadium's glass outfield doors, the seats and concourses all need to be replaced. And the stadium's retractable roof, the fire suppression system and elevations, they also need work done.